Good morning, everyone. It's Tammy. Oh my goodness, it feels like forever since I have been on, and it kind of has. So thank you so much for still tuning in and for watching. And I have a little bit of an update to give you guys. It's been a few weeks since we have talked, and lots of things have happened in that 2 weeks. And then I also want to do my plan with me, and I'm going to use this really cute. I thought I would be sick of the beach, and in my regular day-to-day planner I have changed out, but in this one I found this kit and I really wanted to use it. So this is from Paper Echoes. I do not know if it's still available. It was in my stash, so I have had it for a little minute, and I just think it's adorable. I also refound my Le Pen Flex pens and thought, ooh, I'm going to use these for this planner this time. Oh, couldn't remember how to open the thing. Good grief. There we go. So let's see, what color do I think would look best? I'm inclined to go with a pinky corally. Maybe I'll do that. So let's go ahead and write the days of the week, or the dates of the week in here. And it's starting with June 19th. We're going through the 25th. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Woohoo! So June is getting to be over. I think when we flip the calendar next week, it'll be the last week of June. Is that right? Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. Whoo-wee. July 1st is Saturday. That is my ex-husband's birthday, the kid's father's birthday, July 1st, and he's going to be 50 this year. So happy birthday, Leo. Crazy how time is just flying through. And you know what's weird is when you don't have a lot to do. I don't know. I don't even want to say that. I'm just thinking of when we were in Maui for our honeymoon. The time seemed to slow down. Like everything was just so perfect. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me start with, woohoo! I'm a married woman again. And we had a fabulous wedding. I know that I really wanted to get on here and do a play with me video, but there was just no time. I have been a busy bee, not necessarily even, I've just had things to do or places that I needed to be that have kept me away. So I apologize for that, in the fact that I haven't been able to find time or make time to make it quality. So that's even why I'm doing this on Monday instead of Sunday, because yesterday was also busy. But our wedding took place exactly how we expected it. Everything was just like perfect. I mean, it was great. The only thing that was kind of funny, and I feel like something happens at every wedding that maybe people don't even notice, but if you know, you know. And this particular, my wedding, the thing that happened was Chris handed the pastor our rings to be blessed, and the pastor blessed them, and then gave them back to Chris, and he accidentally dropped mine on the floor, and he said kind of under his breath, "Oh shit." And just as he said that, Alex, my son, came over and picked up the ring, and he had, seen it fall or whatever. And I don't know if it's on video. I'm dying to find out if that made it to the video or not, but it was pretty funny. So that was the kind of the funny thing that happened, and it was awesome. I asked the pastor if he heard him. He did not. I was like, oh darn, I wish you'd heard that, because it was just a classic Chris thing to say, and for something silly to happen, but it was good. It was a very small wedding, just like I wanted, and we had less than 30 people there, and I think 20 guests, honestly, were there, 21, and then we had the photographer, and we had, she had a couple people with her, and, so it added up a little bit more, but it was fabulous. It was great. It was just like we wanted. And then we went to Maui for 2 weeks, and my goodness, if you guys have not been to Hawaii and it is on your list, I would say try your hardest to get that done, because it is not something you want to miss. I have never seen anything like it. And for those of you that might live there, Oh, I raise my hat to you because it is absolutely gorgeous. It's like nothing I've ever seen. I tried to explain it to people, and I don't want to sound braggy or anything because it was a trip of a lifetime and it was our honeymoon, but it was just gorgeous. It was so pretty. The topography was like nothing I've ever seen. You could look on one side and there'd be mountains, and on the other side it was ocean. Sometimes we'd be driving and I'd say, oh my gosh, this reminds me of Savannah. And then, oh my goodness, this looks like Tennessee. And holy crap, this is amazing. I mean, the sunsets, the sunrises, the everything. I mean, I know you're on an island, and it was just absolutely breathtaking. The flowers. I mean, in my head, I picture Hawaiian gals with flowers in their hair, and now I know why, because there are flowers blooming all over the place. There are flowers on the bushes, flowers in the trees, flowers everywhere, and they are gorgeous flowers. And these flowers are like different colors, even on the same, it looks like one bush and it might have 5 different colors of flowers on it. I have never seen anything like it. That's not something that I see here in Indiana at all. So it was just breathtaking. And we used that word a million times. We were like, this is breathtaking. This is breathtaking. It was just that great. It was so fabulous. Sorry, I have to blow my nose or wipe my nose. Itchy. And I'm also going to take a drink of my Diet Coke. I have Diet Coke this morning. I had a warm shower and it made me hot. And after I do that, I often will like a Diet Coke instead of a coffee in the morning. And then I'll probably get a coffee after this. But it was just absolutely gorgeous. And the people were really nice. I learned the shaka, and I cannot get enough of it. I mean, it was fabulous. If someone said, you want to go next week, yes, I do. Now, it is extremely expensive. That was I don't want to say the only downfall. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I say it's extremely expensive, but it's worth it because you're in Hawaii. It is so cool. We did fly over to Oahu so we could see Pearl Harbor, and that was really neat. And we had a little tour guide who took us through Waikiki and Honolulu, and we got to see the highlights. And honestly, there were so many people in those areas that's just not my vibe. We didn't really particularly care for it. I mean, it was great, and if that was my experience of Hawaii, I'm sure I would still love it. But being in Maui was just phenomenal. It was perfect for us. After talking to some of the locals, I think it's exactly the island that if we had done even more research to figure out what the best place for us would be, I think it would have been Maui. So I'm glad that that's what we were prompted to do. Thanks partially to my daughter, who had said that's where we should go, and some other recommendations, because it was just fabulous. We did just about everything. I mean, I'm not going to say we didn't leave anything on the island to do, because I would do it all again, but we didn't leave anything on the island to do. We did everything that we wanted to do. I mean, there were plenty more that other people would like to do, but we did the road to Hana actually twice. We did I don't even know the other, I can't think of how you say it. There's so many vowels in the Hawaiian language. Their alphabet is full of vowels, and I can't remember how to say it, but Aliakala, something like that. It's like another hilly little road that you can take, and people bike down it. I did not want to bike down it. Katie did, but I did not. That's not something I wanted to do, but we did drive it, and it was gorgeous. We played in the ocean, we snorkeled, we went on the beach, we played in our pool that was right outside of our condo. It was a beautiful place to stay, and it was just like perfect, honestly. Chris even went skydiving. That is not something I want to do. This little chicken shit wants to stay on the land, but he that was on his bucket list, and he did that. Like I said, we went to Oahu. We would have liked to have gone to all of the islands, and maybe that's something that we can do next time, because we would like to see the big island, but they had a volcano when we were there, so we did not do that. And because we like to travel Southwest, although I'm sure we could travel something else, but when we were looking at Southwest, they didn't have a direct flight from Maui to the big island of Hawaii. I don't know. I don't know if we were just looking at, the wrong dates, or I don't know, but we thought that was kind of funny. And we didn't spend a ton of time researching it. We just thought, oh, that would be kind of fun. And we did that after we went to Hawaii, or to Oahu, and we felt like we were kind of jet setters. We were like, oh my gosh, we just flew somewhere, because that is definitely not the way we get around here in Indiana. But that's the only way to do it, I guess. I mean, or by boat. And we even took a dinner cruise, and we just did everything that we wanted to do. If it was something that we said, oh, we should do this, next thing we knew, we were doing it. So it was a fabulous trip. We had an amazing time, and I am so, so thankful and grateful, and I feel very blessed to have been able to do that. And it is definitely not a trip that we will ever take for granted or will ever forget, because it was wonderful. And then we got back, I'm going to say Monday, because it was our plane arrived Monday morning at like 11 or at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So we got back on Monday. We slept a little bit, and then we had, some adulting to do. We had to get groceries, and Katie had watched the house, which was fabulous. She watched the dog and the cats. And she was letting Jambo outside, and Jambo is outside now, which is not an outside cat, but apparently he really found a love for the outside, which I'm not so sure I'm thrilled about, but at the same time, I'm thankful that she watched them and all of that. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. But, Fuzz has remained inside. He is too afraid to go out. So he is still inside, but Jambo will like jump out of the door if you have it open to let Roxy out, in or out or whatever. Next thing you know, he's jumping out. It's crazy. And let's see, this week has been kind of a blur because, and like what I was saying was, when we were in Hawaii, it seemed like time kind of stood still almost. We had time to do anything, and I'm sure it's because we didn't have any responsibilities, and we were on vacation, and definitely in vacation mode. So it's a different feel than when you're working and you have to get stuff done, because since we've been home, it's just gone so quickly. And but we have had a great time back too. I mean, one thing that we did in Hawaii was we rented a convertible Mustang, and we loved this thing. It was so much fun tooling around the island, just with the top down, and we even rode it in the rain. We didn't care. It was raining and it was kind of cold, but we were enjoying it. And honestly, when you're driving and it's raining, and it wasn't like raining hard, it was more light rain, let's call it, and it kind of like blows over the car. We got a little bit wet, but it wasn't anything major. It was just fun, and we were laughing and enjoying it. But we were like, oh gosh, we love having a convertible. And my son, when he was little, we had a friend that had one, and he called it the outside car, because he felt like he was sitting outside, which was kind of cute. So I still call it an outside car because I think it's cute. But when we got here, I was like, oh gosh, we really need an outside car. And Chris, being the wonderful husband that he is, and he does really love me, and he really wants to make me happy. He is a Ford guy. He worked for Ford for a really, really long time, and he started looking, I guess, on Facebook Marketplace, and we drove 2.5 hours on Friday and purchased an outside car. So now we are the proud owners of a Ford Mustang convertible, which is gorgeous, but it is an older one and it has some work that it needs to have done. I think it's a 2007. So, I mean, it's not old, but it's not a brand new car or anything, but it is super great. It's perfect for me. I am so happy. One of the things though that doesn't work right now is the hydraulics on the convertible top. So Chris ordered the parts to fix it, but and it also needs tires, but the tires it has on it, they've just been sitting, and so Chris said that that's not good for the tires and we need to replace them. So we're going to replace them, although I mean they still roll and they're not flat or anything. I mean, we can drive it, but to put the top down and up, you have to do it manually right now. It doesn't have, the push button isn't working. So we've still had it out. We took it out on Saturday, and we had Hazel this weekend and she got to ride in it. We put her car seat in the back. She wasn't thrilled when we got if we went over like 30, she didn't really like it because the wind was so much in her face, but she did have fun, and Roxy loves it. I mean, Roxy feels like she's outside all the time and just loves it. So that was fun. We didn't take it anywhere really. We just drove around just because it was kind of fun. But that's all so far, but I am excited. I can't take it to work or anything yet until we get it registered and plated, and we have insurance on it, but that's all so far. But I mean, I don't know, it was just fun, great things. So, and I know life isn't always roses and unicorns. I get it. And trust me, I've had my share, but right now I'm living in a little bit of bliss from everything, the wedding and the honeymoon, and oh, it's just, so far it's been fabulous. So, but I do have a lot of things to do. So let's go ahead and write down all of my to-do list because, oh, good grief. I'm going to put some things in these boxes that I know I need to do. Nails for sure. Oh my goodness. These are going on 4 weeks since I've gotten them done again. And woo-wee, that's a big one. And we need to put the air conditioner on upstairs because it's not. And it's like a window air conditioner, but it's not exactly that. I don't know exactly what it is. It's not something that I'm used to, but it like has, I don't know. It's kind of like a window air conditioner, but whatever. Chris has to put it in, and it just goes in the next room over here. So that's something that needs to get done for sure. And I need to clean off the table downstairs. We have been using it as just a deposit of whatever. And I have wedding stuff in there, and I have, I know there's coffee there that, you know, we ordered and just haven't put away for the K-cups. There's just a hodgepodge of mess on there that just needs to be cleaned up. I know there's a jacket that Chris wore and put on the back of the chair, and I like my kitchen table to be clean of everything and nothing on the chairs or any of that, and oh, it's killing me. It's been that way since we've been home, and since before then actually, and it's just making me nuts. So we will figure that out this week for sure. So those are the 3 things that I decided just now to put on there. Oh, and I also need to keep track of my vitamins and my Bible study. And I'm just going to make a list of all of these things up here, things that I feel like, and maybe I should have moved that up here. It's okay. I'll leave it like that. I just now decided how I'm going to do this. I'm going to put things up here that I know I have to do, and things down here are things that I would like to do, but I don't have to do them. So let's see. And I'm going to get a dotter. Maybe I'll use purple to do my dots. Purple doesn't even, I saw the purple in that, but purple doesn't even really go with this, does it? That's all right. We're making it go. I'm going to put a few more over here. I have so many things on my to-do list. It's not even funny. We'll try that, and then I'm going to put some other dots, and I'll use a different color. Maybe I'll use this pretty blue down here. This blue is pretty, but sometimes I feel like I can't see it very well, so I'm going to go over it one more time. And maybe it's just me, but I put this in here, and this is kind of getting in my way, isn't it? Maybe I'll just pretend like it isn't there and just write over it. Or we'll see. Maybe I won't use all those. I don't know yet. Although I do have a list here that I wrote out, so I'm going to put this over here so I can kind of see it and write some of those things down. So nails, I'm going to write it here too, because I know that I will not necessarily see it there. Clean off table. AC upstairs. I say that as I'm literally sweating on my nose. Need to take the blinds off downstairs. So we did get our patio or our deck built while we were gone, which is awfully nice. So now we have just a 12 by 14, I think, deck on the back, and or maybe 12 by 18. I don't know, 14 by 18. I don't know. It's not a huge deck, but it's big enough. And we had a new sliding door put in because the other one was just ready to be replaced. So the new sliding door has blinds in between the glass so that you can raise or lower the blinds or open them or shut them or whatever. And you don't have to have a separate blind on the outside, but we still have that blind hanging from the previous one. So we're going to take that down. We need to move the grill to the back on the deck. We moved the patio furniture, but now we need to move the grill. We need to weed eat. Lettering class, I'm going to put down here as something I'd like to do. And a Bible study class. I better write that out because I won't know. I saw somebody on YouTube who, her name is How to Faith, or her name is Faith, but her channel name is How to Faith, and she does a Bible class, and I purchased a little, I think it was $15 Bible class, and I want to take that. I need to put away wedding. Like, I don't know what to do with, like, even my flowers and stuff. I don't know. Katie was nice enough to hang them to dry, like my bouquet. So it's dried. Now what do I do with it? What do I do with a bunch of dried flowers? Do I leave it? I can just see myself 5 years from now going, why the heck did I save this, and tossing it? So if I'm just going to do that, do I just toss it now? What do you guys do with them? I don't know. I mean, I could save maybe Chris's boutonniere and put it in our wedding album, or I just don't know what to do with them. Need to go to the BMV, and I know that a lot of people call that the DMV, but here in Indiana we call it the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, so ours is the BMV. And I need to get my name change and car registration for the Mustang. I'd like to paint the bird feeders. I need to wash the sheets. I need to figure out the patio, how I want to do the front now that the back is, now that we have the deck on the back and the patio furniture back there. I want to put like a chase lounge on the front, and I'm not sure exactly, like maybe some carpet, not carpet, but like a throw rug or something. If you guys have any ideas on that, I'd love to see some pictures, or if you guys have yours patio done any particular way, that might be nice. I'd like to do a YouTube video of the wedding, and Honeymoon. If you guys are interested in that, let me know, but that's something that's on my list of things that I'd like to do. I'd also need to hang the crosses, and I need to film a Foodie Friday. I'd like to refill my fountain pens. Oh, we need to work on insurance combo, like combining our insurance, like whether or not we want to do health insurance separately, you know, all those kinds of things. We need to figure that out. Let's see here. Menu plan, nails, AC upstairs, blinds down, move grill, pantry, clean off table, lettering class, put away wedding, print pictures. And wedding pictures, I'm going to put it down here because I don't know if they'll be ready, but I need to inquire. I need to do my June cards. A letter to my son. Car tires. Like to paint bird bath. How long has that been on my list? Forever. I'd also like to decide on what to do with the bird baths. We have a little area that we know we want to put them in, but yesterday when we were somewhere, we saw this, oh, they call it something, not a trellis, but it's like a, like people get married under them sometimes, and they can put flowers and stuff on them. I don't know what it's called. I can't think of the word right now, but we saw something like that, and it was kind of cool. And then we could put that like an arch. That's not the word, but it's something like that. You guys are hopefully understanding what I'm trying to say. We could put the bird feeders under there and like a gliding chair over next to the house. I thought that might be pretty. So there's that. Oh, and then when I was saying that, oh yeah, and I wanted to put lattice. I'm gonna put this on the would like to. Lattice around deck so that critters and stuff can't get in it. I also need to, did I write pantry up here? I don't see that. I need to refix the pantry because when they were putting in the doors, they moved a lot of the stuff off the pantry, and I need to refix that. And then we need to work on the back room. And I need to do a freezer inventory so I know what I have. I need to clean out the fridge. Like really dig in there and clean it. Like rub the shelves down and all that, scrub the shelves down. But we'll get there. I don't know. It's probably not going to happen this week, but I'll leave it on my wish list of things to do, which it's not on this, but that's all right. I'm sure there's going to be more. There always is more, but this is like things that I've carried over already that I haven't been able to do. And then, so this is how I'm using my weeks for those of you that might not know. I just use this as a to-do list, which has been very helpful. And then on this side, I write down, what the highlight of the day, which has been really fun to kind of look at those and figure out what your highlight is of each day. And then I use my personal planner, which I have in this, and I haven't done it yet for yesterday or even today, but this is kind of how I do my personal planner, and it's fun, and I just decorate it and do it however I need to for each day, and it's been very fun. And you can see it's gotten quite chunky, and it is just, I'm very much enjoying this. So that is that. And I know this has kind of been a long plan with me. I feel like it has anyway. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sticking around. And if there's something you'd like to see, let me know. And other than that, I guess I'll talk to you soon. Aloha.